Every so often in our lifetime, something passes us and it appears too good to be true. It actually is valuable, but with all the skepticism we've been exposed to, it's very easy to ignore something. Well, we're going to talk about that. If something appears too good to be true, there can only be two answers. One, it is too good to be true, and you should avoid it. The second is, it is true, and you should take the time to investigate it. If you apply your healthy skepticism and ignore it, it could turn out to be a very costly error. Seems like an odd question, but what do universities and airlines have in common? While this may seem like a trick question, it is actually quite relevant. Colleges and universities are businesses, and Southwest Airlines is also a business. They have exactly the same goal: to fill the seats in their classrooms and on their planes. I believe this picture speaks for itself. No fares, no revenue. This speaks volumes of how colleges earn their money. Now, whether there are 4 students in a classroom, or there are 7 students in a classroom, or there are 20 students in a lecture hall, the college professor gets paid exactly the same amount. He does not get paid, or she does not get paid, by the number of students attending. Therefore, colleges want to fill their seats. It is actually no different than the airlines trying to fill all of their seats. It's all about revenue. The airlines have frequent flyer rewards programs to encourage you to use their airline more than somebody else's airline. And for that, they're willing to reward you with frequent flyer points. Colleges are being similarly business minded by giving a 25% reduction to the students that we recommend. And here's the reason why. 50 years ago, they were not competing with online universities for students. Please remember, students not only spend money on tuition, it's on books, room and board, cafeteria eating, social events like concerts, football games, basketball games, and sometimes even expensive trips as part of their education. Now, a portion or the majority of this money will all be going to the college to support how they run the school. So, they want more students to become alumni. If you are, in fact, an alum of a college, you are painfully aware that they have no problem in asking you for donations a few times a year. Now, allow us to get more specific. This is one of those areas that you're unfamiliar with more than likely. However, the information is both accurate, true, and relevant to most of us who have children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren, nieces or nephews or godchildren or stepchildren or foster children. What we're going to show you is our college solutions, where you have a guaranteed scholarship. Now, we have almost 400 colleges and universities involved in the program. Let me explain a little further. The little girl on the left-hand side is my granddaughter. If you buy the company, we will use your granddaughter. The panel in the middle, well, that's where her parents would like to see her go. The green stuff in the far right, well, that's how much we save them in her college tuition. This is a college points estimator. It tells you by the age of the student how much they can expect to save in college tuition. Now, If you look at children 16, it doesn't appear to be very much. However, if you look at children who are very young, it is a substantial amount. Well, all of those things are true. My granddaughter was 5 years old when we finally enrolled her, and she was guaranteed to get $41,000. However, the system works a little different, and she's going to get more money than that. We'll explain that at one of our classes if you decide to attend and follow up on this. By the way, there'll be no cost to you, except you will have to attend the class to get your questions answered. We prefer to answer them in groups because it's the best way for everyone to get exactly the same information. Now, I mentioned we had 400 colleges. Well, you may recognize some of these. Some of them are very popular up in New York. Some of them are very popular in the Midwest. Some of them are very popular in Florida. All areas where we have a significant presence. So just take a moment and look around. But remember, this is a small group of the colleges that we have available to us. Now, we believe a picture's worth 1,000 words, so we decided to save us both a few thousand words by using these pictures. On the left-hand side, you will see Ralph and Deborah Morrissey. On the right-hand side, you will see their granddaughter, Jasmine. Underneath, it will show you that we met Jasmine when she was 14 in 2014. So we did not have a great deal of time to work with our grandparents. We only had 2 years. But in that 2 years, with a little diligence, they were able to accumulate $21,500, which enabled her to go to Missouri Baptist University with a scholarship. However, it is imperative I remind you, this money did not come from them. It came from Missouri Baptist University through a relationship that we have with them. Now, once Jasmine was 16 and between her junior and senior year, she stopped earning tuition reduction dollars. However, she had 4 siblings who were named on this slide. And the legacy from the Morrissey family continued. In 2014, they reached $6,000. In 2015, they received $6,000. In 2016, they received $6,000. In 2017, they received $6,000. So that was $24,000 plus the $4,000 that the children received. And as a direct result of it, the tuition deduction dollars were $28,000. However, this story gets better. If you just look at the bottom of the page to save time, in 2018, they were given another $6,000 tuition reduction dollars. So now the Morrisseys have in their account $34,000, including what the children have. Well, the saga continues. In 2019, they received another $6,000, which now totaled with the children's $1,000 each, which that's all the children get is $1,000. This money is controlled by the grandparents and controlled by the people who are the enrollees. It is controlled by each individual person to give as much or as little as they want to the child. Normally, there's more than enough to give, so everybody gets the maximum amount they need for the particular college they would prefer to attend. They have $40,000 presently. Now, this is a little different. Sean Carmody had his mother, Dana, his father, Terry, his grandfather, Ed, and his grandmother, Kathy, all enroll him in this program. So he was accumulating money at a much faster pace. See, the more people are involved, the faster the accelerated growth of that scholarship becomes. So, while he was a junior, he reached 55,500 in his tuition reduction program, which was at that time the maximum anyone had earned. Now, for the people in the Midwest, we're going to show you some of the schools that are in Missouri. You're all familiar with these schools. They're very good schools. They're well attended. And matter of fact, a number of them have built additional campuses. Lindenwood and Fontbonne have built additional campuses. Now we're looking at Illinois schools. As you can see, there's quite a few more. It's a much more populated state, and some of these have more than one campus. You may recognize those schools. You will absolutely recognize them if you are from Illinois or Missouri. This page shows that 2% of the student athletes, high school, actually wind up with a scholarship. Now, this was mildly shocking. However, look at the amount of money parents spend when their children are young, trying to get them to be well enough equipped and coached to get into a school and get a scholarship and save some money. Well, the record's here. It's 2%. And sometimes a very, very good student, a very, very good athlete will miss out on a scholarship by the narrowest of margins, only to find out a year later on that the person who got the scholarship that he wanted, that he didn't or she didn't get, was injured, and they're not at that school. Well, we're taking and leveling the playing field. We're going to give children a chance to go to whatever school that's on our group of schools, and not wishing bad luck on anybody. It would certainly be a lot easier if you were playing there, even intramural, and an opening came on the team you so wanted to be part of, period. I know this sounds too good to be true. Well, please, if that's your attitude, there's not much we're going to be able to do to change your mind. This is something we develop for our clients. We give this to first responders to wake everybody up that there is a way for you to take advantage of what you don't know. We take an uncommon satisfaction in helping parents be relieved of some of these burdens, period. We recently learned that 20% of the student loans in this country are actually in possession of people who are over 50 years old. That, my friends, is something to think about. Good luck, and remember, you're welcome to any class. You're welcome to ask any question in any class. We will answer a few emails, but more than likely, we would rather have a few people in the class, because whether you think of the question or not, somebody else will. Have a great day. Good luck with your student. I hope they get the scholarship they're intended. If they don't and they get one from us, they may still get one from someplace else. We will steer you in the right direction of how to get additional scholarships.